Gumbo live.
right
We're
now.
doing this live.
We're doing it
We
right now.
said why not? We've
We're
been
doing it
doing
right now.
this live stuff. I was like, why not just do this live show, kick it off, and we on the late night tip, the
Yeah,
very late night tip.
yeah.
Hey, Gridiron Gumbo is coming to you. Say what's up, Sean.
What's up? Who that? Who that? Who that? We happening
Who
right
that?
now, right now, and it's going down right now. Let's go.
Who that? Who that? All right, all right. I'm Dom. Hey, we're here with Gridiron Gumbo. Hey, saying shout out to y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for viewing. We're gonna talk a little bit of Saints. If you see, I'm repping my Southern Jaguars hat on. Shout out to them. They going through it right now. Prayers and putting the prayers up and everything for everything they're going through right now. But we thinking of them. But hey, we here to talk about the New Orleans Saints. There's been some, things happening with the Saints. We've had some coaching additions
Yeah.
and some free agent moves. So let's get into it.
Yep.
All right. So the first thing is the offensive coordinator. We got a new offensive coordinator who's replaced Clint Kubiak.
Right.
His name is Doug Nussmeier. So Sean, you've heard of Doug Nussmeier before?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he's been around. He's been around,
Right.
especially college. He coached in Alabama. He coached with Florida. He's
Okay.
been around. That
Okay.
name
You
that
you you
that's the
sound
name
like
he's
you know him
familiar
more
with.
than I do, but
Yeah, yeah. That's the name.
yeah.
That's the name that I'm used to hearing on Saturdays
Right.
over the years. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So 24-year coaching veteran. He's basically they said this is return to the New Orleans Saints because he's actually was a fourth round pick in
Yeah.
1994.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day.
So
Back in the
hey, back
day.
in the day, that what was that? What's his name? Was it Wade Wilson days? Was it Steve? What was the quarterback? I forgot. In early '90s when we
Right.
kind of had that Dome Patrol thing going. But
Right.
all right. So anyways, the big thing is basically he's following Coach Kellen Moore.
Yep.
He was the quarterback coach for the Eagles, and they just won a
They
Super
won a
Bowl.
championship. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So a
That's
lot of
right.
people are saying, hey, they trying to create New Orleans Eagles over here. So I mean,
Yeah, sometimes they're trying to get some type of feeling, some type of vibe going. You know what I'm
right?
saying? And I mean,
I'm,
I think with Kellen Moore, I guess he's trying to get familiar. He want to bring
right.
some familiarity with him. In his new job, and I'm good with that. That's no problem. Yeah, you
Oh
want to
yeah.
feel comfortable. You want to feel comfortable where you at.
You do
So
want to feel comfortable. You do want
yeah,
to feel comfortable. I get it. I get it. Hey, and Kellen's like, look, hey, it's work. It worked with the Eagles, so I need you. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? I need my right hand man.
yep,
They're probably gonna work off each other. Hey, Kellen already said that he's calling plays, so you know what I'm saying? He
right,
needs somebody ready to give him certain I guess a different pattern of plays or a
right,
different mode of plays. Give him a little bit of a package type
right, right,
thing.
right.
So I guess that's exactly what he's there for. So all right, we'll see. Now we got a new defensive coordinator. Right
Yeah, we
now
do.
we know this guy really well,
Yeah,
Brandon Staley.
Brandon Staley. That's right. Yeah, we got
Okay.
a different coordinator. Yeah, let's go. Let's
All
go.
right.
I
So
like that one. I like that
you
move.
like that one. You
I
like
like
that
that
one.
move. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a good
No,
move.
look, I don't have a problem because he knows defense. Like I mean, I think he was. I do feel like he's a better defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he did coach the defense. He was the assistant head coach of the defense with the San Francisco 49ers last year,
Hmm.
serving under Kyle Shanahan.
Right.
And hey, the San Francisco Niners defense are always pretty
They're pretty
stout.
good.
Now, he did have really good players on that
Yeah, he had
defense. I mean,
monster players all over the place. I
right,
mean,
right.
he
We're
was a
talking about Nick
squad. He had a
Bosa.
squad.
We're talking about Fred Warner. Like,
Right.
I mean, come on. He had a
Yeah.
lot. He had a lot to
Yeah.
work with at 49ers.
Right.
At
But
the Saints, not so much.
yeah, but the one thing I think he can do is he can carry that intensity. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know, man. You had to pack a lunch when you played them dudes. They
True,
were they were ready. Like no matter
true.
what, hurt or not, if they had their best players hurt, next man was up, ready to go. That was just a different energy that they had, and like, oh man, it's gonna be a long day. playing these dudes. So hopefully he could bring that and he can see that and he can build that from the team and you know catch something in the draft. You know,
Mm-hmm.
get something different. You know, kind of evaluate what we have and say, nah, man, this ain't tough enough. We
Right.
ain't got no push, so we got to do
Right.
something different. So I
Right.
like him.
You like him. Okay,
Oh yeah.
so here's the thing too. He was the head coach from 2021 to 2023 of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mhm.
Now, in 2022, he did guide them to a 10-2 record, and they did make the postseason.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they fell off.
They
I
did.
think we all remember how they it was a bad breakup.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
was real bad.
Yeah.
It got bad in his last year,
Hmm.
but he has that head coaching experience, and you know what I'm saying, hey, he's getting another chance to prove himself.
Yeah.
I like it because for the fact that I know he's hungry. I know he
Right.
wants to remedy everything that went wrong with the Los Angeles Chargers
Yeah.
job.
Of
So
course.
so we'll see. We'll see.
Hmm.
Now, question is, what players are we working with on this team?
The same players we've been working with the last 2, 3 years. The same players. The same
So
thing.
so here's
Yeah.
the thing. What during the NFL this week was crazy with
It
free
was.
agency.
It
Okay,
was.
they had some huge free agent moves from quarterbacks being traded to quarterbacks being swapped out.
Hmm.
Quarterbacks signing with new teams.
Yeah.
And all these big moves made with other teams. Meanwhile, the Saints, yeah,
We
yeah,
couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do
we
nothing,
couldn't
man.
do
We
nothing. We
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 couldn't do
we have
nothing,
cap
man.
problems. We have
Yeah.
serious cap problems. And
Yeah,
I
man.
understand that.
Yeah.
So okay, so probably the biggest signing that we did for the free agent is Justin Reid. Okay,
Yep.
he
Yep.
is a safety, 3 year. He received with the Saints 3 year, $31.5 million deal. He
Yep.
gets 22.5 fully guaranteed. He's 28 years old. Okay, 7 year NFL veteran, and he's actually hometown too.
That's
He's from
right.
Louisiana.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. Well, it's all about the direction of the team, and
Yeah.
he's a good player. He is a good player.
Right.
He's a really really good player. But it seemed like this was I'm ready to come home contract. I
Think
won't come
so?
home. Yeah, I won't come home, man. I'm ready to get
Well,
back. I'm tired of all that snow, tired of all that.
right. You tired of the
I want to
cold?
get back to good
Right.
food, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and that's a perk. You know what I'm saying? When you're
Right.
really that good, you have control of where you want to go. But him being on the team, is that the direction we really want to go? Because he's just another player back there. I mean, he's technically probably our best defensive player right now, and
Mm,
that's
yeah.
that's that's really not that's not saying a lot.
That's
That's
not saying
not.
a lot.
No, no.
That's not saying a lot. Now he here's the thing. He's coming from a championship situation. He
Oh
was
yeah.
on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's won 2 Super Bowls with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he's put up decent numbers. I mean,
Hmm.
we're talking about he's played 106 regular season games. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said, and the Texans. He
Hmm.
basically was drafted by the Texans. He's
Yep.
basically recorded 565 tackles, 412 solo, 23 stops, 6 sacks, 10 interceptions, and
Hmm.
1 return, 101 yards, 4 touchdowns. So hey, he's got a chance to really make you know, be the best defensive player on our squad. So
Yep.
so we'll have to see. He's in the prime of his career. He
Yeah.
got paid. We'll have to see. Okay, so
Yep.
I mean, we're going to be optimistic with him. So here's another player that we did get from a trade with the New England Patriots of all teams, um, Devon Godchaux. Okay,
Yeah.
defensive tackle. All
Hmm.
right, he's 30 years old. He's also a Louisiana native.
Yep. That's right.
Okay, he's from Plaquemine, in Louisiana.
Hmm.
So essentially, he's 30 years old. Like I said, I guess they're just trying to solid up that defensive line.
Yeah.
because, of course, we all know the defensive line is not only getting old, a
Yeah.
lot of people got hurt. We've lost some big players in the past 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Um, so I guess we'll see. I don't really know much about him, but what do you say about it, Sean?
I mean, again, it's just I think it's another hometown discount.
Hmm.
Ready to come home. Just yeah, I mean, he's a player. He's a good player. He's been in the league for a while.
Right,
We any honestly, and I'm gonna just call it like I see it. Any help we get on the defensive line
right.
is
That's
we
true.
will take it. We would definitely take it. So
That's true.
maybe his experience kind of stabilize a little bit, on the line and kind of keep everybody not say in check, but stick to what you do best.
Right.
Because we had to do a lot of switching. We had to move people in and out the line, and that's across the whole team, the offensive line, defensive line. So maybe having somebody that's a solid player right there, everybody can kind of grow in their position that they're supposed to be, and we might see something.
Yeah,
We
we
might.
might. We might.
We
Now
might go high.
I don't see
Might.
him as a big a big, like, getting some big sacks, but he's got what 120 games, 109 starts. He recorded 429 tackles, 205 solo, 20 stops for loss. He's had 3 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles. Um, yeah, so
This is a
I mean,
solid
he's
player.
been on the Patriots for a while. He did play at LSU, so
Mhm.
he's really hometown.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
hopefully he comes back home and he's rejuvenated to play in front of his family and his friends, and I just
Yeah.
hope. I mean, we'll see.
Yep. Yep. Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those were the big 2 moves that they made in free agency. Now we can talk about what did they do with our current players. Okay. So one of the big ones is Chase Young. Now we
Yep.
know from 2024 he was kind of on a 1 year deal. Let me show you what I got. Let me prove it so I can get a longer um, contract.
Mhm.
And I mean, here's his 2024 season. Okay, 21 tackles, 5.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. And this
Yeah.
is coming from a former first pick in the
That's
draft.
correct. That's correct. He was a name in college. He was a
He was a
name in
name
college.
in
He was
college.
a name. Yes, he
Okay?
was. Yep.
Drafted by the Commanders,
Hmm.
and I get it. He had some injuries. I get it.
Right.
We all know that. This was his 2024 was his year to prove. Okay?
Right.
It was alright.
Yeah. It was. I mean,
It was
it.
alright.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. It was. I don't want to say non-impactful, but it will. I mean, he was another
I saw
piece.
him.
Yeah.
He jumped out once or twice.
He did. He did. It's just he was a part of a really bad defensive line, and that's what it
Right.
was. It wasn't a good defensive line, and um, I guess the expectation was that he would stick out and
Right.
he would dominate, and he can kind of relieve some pressure from the other side, but it was just. I think it was just the energy. It wasn't there, man, and
It wasn't there.
it just wasn't there. So from what I'm hearing, this was a work hard contract. Like he worked hard because he played. He did play.
He
He
did
was
play.
available. He was
He was
out there.
available. Yeah, I
They
get that.
said he was there. They say he practiced hard. He was a great teammate. And I just feel like this was I feel like this was a work hard contract, man. This was a hey man, you worked real hard for this. I think you deserve it. And that's
3 year.
yeah.
Let's look at this stats. 3 year,
Yeah.
$51 million deal with incentives to equal 57 million. Does he look like a 3 year, $57 million type of?
He better play like
That's an
one.
edge rusher. He's an edge rusher, right? Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
an
or
edge rusher.
yeah.
Yeah, and actually in the new defense because they're gonna go 3-4, they're gonna move him to outside linebacker. So
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna try and utilize him in a little bit more in the run, some small pass plays, and they just want him to just run at it. So he could benefit from a change, but That's on him now, man. Again, like you
Yeah, that
said,
is on him.
is he a 57 million dollar player? No, but you getting paid. You have an opportunity to make $57 million. Go get it. Go get
Here's
it.
the thing. I mean, his talent had him as the first pick of a draft at one point. I
Yep.
know he's dealt with some injuries. I think he had some neck issues as well, and I think he had neck surgery last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, he still got to prove himself to me. Like he was there though. He was healthy.
Yep.
Like I said, he made some big plays. You know, I just didn't see it consistent. I just didn't
Yeah.
see it consistently.
Yep.
So I mean, it is what it is. We probably don't have a choice. So I mean, it is what it is. At least
Yeah.
he's not old.
No, he's not. He's technically in a prime of his
Yeah,
playing career.
technically.
So yeah, I mean, he's just we're gonna call it like it is. We're not talking about pass edge rushers and no defensive linemen unless you're getting double digit sacks. He got
Right.
5 sacks for 2024, so he's got to double his production.
Yeah, I
He's
agree.
got to. He's
He's
got
got to
to.
at least get 10. At
He's
least
got
get
to.
10.
Not nine, not 9.5. No,
10.
not nine. No,
10.
10. 10.
10. I
10.
agree.
Yep.
I agree. Get
So,
10. Now, come on,
yep.
Chase Young. Let's do this. Let's make that money.
That's
All
right.
right, so here's the thing. Of course, a lot of us were, kind of thinking, what are we going to do with the quarterback situation? I mean,
Hmm.
with Kellen Moore coming in, we thought it's a possibility that, maybe he was going to go with, uh, what I'm saying, the backup quarterback, or was he going? Because I remember when his press conference, he said Derek Carr is a starting quarterback in this league. He didn't
That,
say it
that's
was his
cold.
starting quarterback.
That's right. That's
Right,
code for we know what you are, but what are you
right,
for us? Right.
right,
So yeah.
right. And word on the street is that Derek Carr was open to going somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because he's got the money. He's got the
Right.
money. He's got the
And he got
contract.
paid.
He got the contract. Because remember, once the season ended and they were saying, hey, we got to look at this cap, he was not making, he says, I'm not taking a pay cut. So,
Right,
no, I'm not taking no pay cut. So,
right,
that in so many words, that was like, look, either y'all going to do it with me as is, or y'all can send me because I got paid.
right,
So,
right.
it's one or the other. What y'all want to do?
So they decided to restructure his contract. And
Yeah.
they did that, Mickey did that to free up 30 million in cap space.
Hmm.
So here we go again with this same plan. Mickey Loomis is using the same plan that he has done for the past 5 to 7 years with this cap situation. So
Yeah.
okay, you're not gonna pay him a lot, and it's not gonna hit your cap in 2025. But 2026,
It's going to hit.
2027, we gonna be in the same situation, paying
Yeah,
this
man.
man.
Yeah, man. It's just giving too much of a we gonna run it back. We got something. I know we got something. When dude, we were fourth in the NFC South.
Right,
The worst division in football. We were the last team
right,
with the Carolina Panthers.
right.
Come on, man. How what you want what you running back for? No, no,
Running
no.
back.
No, run
So,
back what?
so let's talk about on the same theme of running back.
Oh,
Okay, Derek Carr restructured, but
right.
they hit New Orleans. Hey, your St. Aug alum Tyron
Mhm.
Matthew Honey Badger had to rework his deal. Okay,
Say,
had to
bro.
rework his deal to stay.
Oh man, I'm
And
about
I
to.
ain't gonna lie, man, he has lost a step. But I love Honey Badger. I
I
do.
do,
I
I
do.
do.
He,
But
I get it, but he's lost a step, bro.
man, Purple Knight for life. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Don't bash me for talking about Purple Knight. But if you Purple Knight, then you know I got the freedom to talk about him. So
Right.
man, look, he got stiffed on, man. When he got stiffed on out of bounds and he was flying in the air for a touchdown, bro. That hurt, bro. That was
Right.
like it's over, man. And
Right.
we all saw it. Everybody saw it, and it's just like, oh man. And we restructured his contract.
We
Like,
restructured his contract.
what are we doing?
Dog,
What are we doing? So
bro.
I don't know.
Another what are we doing? Cam Jordan returning for year 15. Here's his 2024 stats: 18 tackles, 4 sacks, four,
Four.
four,
Four. Yeah.
0 fumbles and
Yeah.
1 interception. I'm sure it just popped in the air, and I think he got it one of those.
Yeah.
Dog,
He fell first, then the ball landed on him.
bro, it's
Yeah.
almost like Mickey is like is he just he feels bad like is he trying to live the glory days? We were
Yeah.
supposed to be rebuilding.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a rebuild.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
just running it back
No, man.
with old people. These players are too old.
Mm.
I love Cam. I loved Honey Badger. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. They you know what I'm saying? Cam
They
Jordan is a
legacy.
Saints legend. He's
They,
a future Hall of Famer
he's a future
potentially.
Hall of Famer. He's a future Hall of Famer. That's right. That's right. He is. He is.
But dog, his days are done, dog.
Yeah.
They done.
Yeah.
I hate to be real. Like what like they didn't even show what the numbers are for this 50. Yeah, I'm sure maybe it was like a 1 year type of situation. Just
Yeah.
have your swan song. But why are we having a swan song, dog? Like in football, like
No.
come on, dog.
Yeah. It's so. And I mean, Mickey and it's a lot of it is his ego, man. He just can't let it go, dude. You won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? You know how many general managers, presidents of operations, and owners don't have Super Bowls? You know how many teams don't have a Super Bowl?
Right.
Why you have to get that other one without Sean Payton and Drew Brees? Come on, man. Just let it be. It
Let it
happened.
go.
It happened.
We're
It
supposed to
happened.
be
Hey, man.
rebuilding.
I,
And this is why that coach hey what's his name, the Glenn is the coach who went with the Jets.
Yeah, he
um
said it. He wanted more control. He said, "Hey,
right.
man, you gotta give me the keys, man. I gotta
Aaron
get my hand
Glenn.
on the steering wheel." And
Aaron
he was like,
Glenn.
"Nope."
He wanted the keys because he probably didn't trust Mickey. Mickey's doing the same thing, and that's
What he said.
exactly why I'm not finna
Right?
have my first head coaching job coaching these old ass players.
No,
Let's just be honest, dog.
because you saw what he did. Bye bye, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
See
I'm
ya.
good.
See ya, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
He told that
deuces.
to. Yeah, he told
Get
that
your
to
butt out of
possibly.
here.
Yep, he said that to a top 5 quarterback ever. He said, "No, bye. No, thank you.
We're
No,
good.
thank you."
Your services are no longer needed here.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So he also signed Jawan Johnson, the tight end, to a 3-year, $30.75 million. Maxes out at $34.5 million, and he gets $21.25 million guaranteed. I didn't see.
What camera? What camera angle he watching? What are they saying? Hey man, look,
Look,
I can see every Saints game
look.
anytime I want to right now with my phone at home, in the car, not driving obviously, but I
Right.
can see the Saints game anytime I want to. I, I saw what I saw.
Jawan
And
had some big drops this year, like in 2024. He had some big drops, and he went missing a lot of games.
yeah, because he can't separate. He can't separate, and if he does separate, he's big. He's a big. Once if he catches the ball, that's a wrap. That's a tackle. It could be a
Right.
cornerback, a linebacker. It doesn't matter. He's not aggressive enough in that
Right.
position, in that role. It's just now he's open. He can run. He can go. He'll bust one for 20, but that's rare, man. That's rare. I don't know. That means that he's our starting tight. He's the starting tight end. He's gonna be
Yeah, he
that guy.
definitely making that much money.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course he is.
Yep.
Making all that money.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. All right, so these are the players we lost. Paulson Adebo,
Yeah.
which he had some good games and he had some bad games.
He did.
He was Mr. PI at the worst times.
He was. He was. And it sucked though, because if you watch them games, a lot of them games when there was like this defensive laws and the defense was
Yeah.
getting ate up, he was getting those tackles. He was
Right.
making the stops. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was making those. He was the one out there all over the place. It's just the past. He was just young and he still
Right.
had to develop and he had to grow. And I mean, I get it. It looked good somewhere else.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
it was a love. He made some plays, but he
he did.
also made some. It was some PI problems that that kind of cost us some games.
All right.
Um, Will Harris, he was a safety. He went to the Commanders. By the way, Paulson went to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
MVS, Marquez Valdez Scantling,
Yeah,
the hero of half of the
that's right.
season.
The best. The
The
probably the
best
second
player
he
in
was.
December.
He was.
In
He
November
was.
and December, he was the MVP of the New Orleans Saints.
That's right. He was big plays.
Off the couch.
That's right.
Off the
Big
couch.
plays. That yep. Yeah.
Well, we lost him to James's Seahawks. Shout out to James.
Yep.
He I know he's shout out to him.
That's
I
right.
know he's dealing with the loss of his quarterback and a new quarterback
And
coming
his
to town. And the
and
loss
his
of his
mind
wide receiver.
and his
And the
monster wide
loss of
receiver. Oh my God.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm sorry, Seahawks fans, but
Yeah.
you got MVS coming. You got MVS on the way.
Yeah.
MVS is on the way.
Off the
All
couch.
right. And one of the last players that we certainly lost. Let's moment of silence for Jamal Williams.
Yeah, man. That's just a big. I can't.
He was
I don't.
cut.
I don't understand what happened because when he was with Detroit, he led the league in touchdowns. He was like the new up and coming star. He
Right.
was. He was doing the interviews. I mean, it was, and he came over, and it's just like he was barely used. I don't remember them really using him too much, and it was so bad. If we all remember recent
Right.
Saints history, Jameis lost his job because of that.
Yeah. Right.
He was like, "Nah, man, we gotta get this dude a touchdown, man. There's no way this dude led the league in
Right.
touchdowns the year before, and now
Right.
he's
That
got
whole controversy.
0
I do remember
touchdowns.
that. I
He's
do
got
remember that.
nothing." And
Right.
he's like, "Nah, this dude got to get in the end zone."
Yeah, because I
and
think it
that
was
was-
something with the contract. If he got, like 0 touchdown, it was some type of incentive, and they didn't
That's
want
right.
him to get that. And
I,
Jameis like, nah, he gonna get it.
I don't
I
understand
do
what
remember
happened.
that.
I don't understand what happened with him because I would think pairing him with Alvin Kamara. I mean,
Yeah, but that's the thing. We didn't have an offensive line like Detroit did, though.
yeah,
Let's just
yeah,
be honest. Like
yeah,
he had that great offensive line over.
he
Look
did.
at what Detroit is doing. They got
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles over there running up and down the thing. Sonic and Knuckles running
Yeah.
all over.
All
They are in
over.
Detroit,
All
dog.
over.
At Ford Field.
Yeah,
God dang!
yeah,
Like
you're right.
like F-150 out there. Sonic
Yeah,
and Knuckles.
yeah,
That's the offensive line Jamal came from. So he
yeah,
came to this and he was like, "Sorry, bro, you got to get it on your own.
yeah.
Get it how you live out here in New Orleans."
You see Alvin, you got to be Alvin Kamara special.
Yeah, you got to make moves. You can't just run straight up the middle. Ain't no holes here.
No, it's
Nah.
down.
Ain't no holes here. Pause.
No.
Yeah, man, Jamal was. Hey, man, I know he was a personality. He was big on social media. He was an anime guy. I get it. Yeah, man, he was a personality, but bro, yeah, I guess he had to go, dog. He had to
Yeah.
go. He was making too much money, and we needed to empty out that cap. We need to make some cap space. So the thing is, we are now under the cap, I think. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think. But again, Mickey's doing the same thing that he's always done, kicking the can down the road. I don't really feel like we're going to be any better. This is going to be the same season of what we just watched.
I know.
But maybe we'll be better offensively. I got to see what Kellen Moore's scheme is. What you think?
And you know what? And I'm thinking, and I hope this is the case. Maybe Mickey was like, "Look, I'll handle free agency. I'll sign and release play, whatever. I'll do that." Maybe Kellen Moore's handling the draft.
Maybe so.
Maybe he's
Maybe
scouting
so.
and he's looking at what he want in the future. And I mean, if that's the case, then let's see what we got.
Yeah. All right. So in the needs of the draft, we're coming up. We got about a month from the draft, maybe a month and a half, something like that. A defensive end. We need linebacker because come
Everything.
on, man.
We need
All these
everything.
people are old. We
We
need
need
a wide
everything.
receiver to go along with Olave and Rashid.
We need
We also
everything.
need to help with the offensive line. We clearly need another running back. You know, it
Yep.
can't just be Kamara out there. Like, I mean, yeah,
We need
we need a
everything.
lot.
We need everything. Every position is up. All of it. At first we say, oh, running back, we good on running back. Nope, we need everything. So best player available. And here's the other thing I don't want me wrong. I'm tired of this drafting for flexibility. These players that can play two different
Right.
positions and on the offensive line. No, man,
Right.
that's the problem. Draft a player that does one job and make sure he does it well, and it will work from there. So maybe
Right.
that might be, maybe that's what we need to do. So I'm hoping Kellen Moore, he's seeing this draft board and he's seeing some stuff out there, and Mickey Loomis is going and sit down somewhere and
Right.
get out the room, get out the room.
Right.
So that's what I'm hoping, man.
All right. Well, hey man, we got to get out of here. A shout out to our other podcast mate Ruff. He couldn't make it on for tonight, but we thinking about you, Ruff. You know, we're gonna catch you on the next one. We're gonna do one before the draft. Of course, we're gonna look at the draft prospects.
Yep,
Hey, well, thank you for checking out this late night edition of Gridiron Gumbo with
that's
me and
right.
Sean talking about these Saints, these same old Saints that Mickey Loomis is just doing the same thing he was doing back in 2010, and it ain't working.
Yeah.
It's 2025. Get out of here. All right, so we got to get out of here. We'll talk to y'all later, man.
Who that?
Peace.
Put
Who
them kids to
that?
bed. Put them damn kids to bed. Who that?
Who that, baby? Who that, baby? Talk to y'all later. Bye.